Hello, everyone. I'd like to welcome everyone to today's meeting. Today is our Helping Lives Soft Go Live conversation. And I said soft because we haven't gone live yet, but we're about to go live. You can see the big joy of the board. We're climbing the ladders. We're fixing the settings. We are rolling the machines. We're using the tools. We are about to test trial ourselves for go live. And I think it's a very significant time to begin to have this conversation. Please, I'd like you to help me encourage everyone in every group where they are. No questions should be answered on those groups. Everybody should be directed to come and join us on the page so that they can be a part of this meeting. Let's get everybody here because it's something we want to really understand so that we can be adequately positioned for what is about to happen. I am super excited, and I hope you're super excited too. Over the course of the next few minutes, I'll be breaking this down significantly, how this works, what's the beauty here, and we can all, in unique ways, take advantage of this phenomenal opportunity. So I'd like to welcome everybody here again. It is yet again a meeting where we do a soft launch and we talk about the Helping Lives opportunity. So very quickly, let's get into it. Now, for many of us who don't understand exactly how this works, the best model to look at this with is with the power of 4. And I'd like you to look at this, because all of us who are coming on board here are coming on board with 3 packs. I'd like us to understand the purpose of why 3 packs, why 3 packs provides a very huge opportunity and advantage for all of us, and how it actually spells out. So I'd like you to keep your eye on the right side of this board and see the matrix. On this matrix, you have 3 bottles labeled as 1. That 1 is you. So that is you as a person. Before launch, we are encouraging everybody who is in this meeting, and launch is next week. The soft launch will be next week. Before that soft launch, we want everybody to have their 4, and we want everybody's 4 to have their 4. Now, of course, everybody cannot have their 4, and everybody's 4 cannot have their 4, but if you are a leader, and you are in this meeting and you want to start well, this positioning actually moves you into level 1 3 times already. Now, let me explain how this works. And it's important that we get this. This is 3 pack. Do not cheat. Do not skimp on the rules. Do not put names of people that don't exist. Work with real human beings, and you can enjoy phenomenal leverage in this. So 1 is your own 3 pack. Your 3 pack needs 4 people. So you can look at under the 3 pack already in the feeder, there are 4 people. By the time you have your first 4 people, you are almost out of the feeder. Your feeder has only 16 slots left to go, only 16. But guess what? Because we are all doing 3 pack, it means when those 16 come in, they're coming in with 3 pack as well. It means you will have left the feeder 3 times. Now, when you leave the feeder 3 times, 2 things are going to happen. 1, you're going to leave the feeder 3 times and go to level 1. Same time, you're going to leave the feeder 3 times, and your 3 times leaving the feeder will get back into the feeder again. So not only are you in level 1, you have also been rewarded with a new entry in the feeder that is also matching to go forward as well. Now, the beautiful thing here is because your 3 people, you have 3 people there in level 1. By the time your 4 people will join you in level 1, they're going to be coming as 3 packs as well. They will push you to level 2. When your 3 people are coming on level 1 to level 2, they're coming as 3 packs as well. They push you to level 3, and then they push you to level 4, and it can be a wild jump. Now, when we did this 6 years ago, we were driving people with a notion of 13 weeks, 1 bottle play, 13 weeks to pop. Ladies and gentlemen, if you take this seriously with the power of 4, in 6 weeks, you can earn 6 million. Okay, you heard me correctly. In 6 weeks, you can earn 6 million. And everything we are doing before pre-launch, if you're able to get your first and second level in before pre-launch, you have already saved on 2 weeks. So you have 4 weeks to go. Ladies and gentlemen, the momentum is important. In order to achieve the momentum, we need to be working with real people. So if you look at the power of 4 table by the left, which is where I want you to get to now, to have a look at the left and see what's happening on the power of 4 table. On that left side, you have your week 1, you have 4 people in your team, and that's 12 bottles. You're still in the feeder. By your week 2, your 16 people join you. They push 3 of you into level 1. By your week 3, your 16 people have their 4 people. They push you 3 times into level 2. By week 4, your 64 people have 4 people. They push you 3 times to level 3. By week 5, your 1,024 people, your 22 people have 4 people. They push you to 3 times to level 4. By week 6, if your team duplicates you by the 6th week, you will have popped 3 times. Ladies and gentlemen, this is the very best way to drive this. If you drive this and you miss 6 weeks, okay, if you miss 6 weeks, then you don't want to miss 12 weeks. If you miss 12 weeks, you can stretch it for yourself, depending on how slow you are. But the question is, how long should it take you to find 4 people, 4 real people who are willing to do 4, who are able to do 3 bottles, 7,100 for themselves, and are able to link with 4 friends as well. Ladies and gentlemen, this is value for money. When you pay the 2,575, when you pay the amount, you get your full value immediately. Every other thing you enjoy is a phenomenal bonus. Well, guess what? You can get to pop 3 times by your 6th week. Now, in case you're asking yourself, how exactly will this work? What's the beautiful opportunity here? How can I make this happen? I'm going to break this down further for you to show you, how many bottles do we intend to drive and how do you gain value from this? Now, in order to enjoy the traction of this board, there are a few things you need to know as rules. Do not compromise. Somebody please give me in that chat box, type it out there, no compromise. No compromise. Okay, put there no compromise. And what should we not compromise? What you should not compromise is you need to insist that the 4 people that are under you or the 4 people that are under your team members are not pregnancies. They are not to commemorate somebody who is no longer existing. They are not for toddlers. They are for real human beings. If your 4 can't get their 4, it means they are not the right 4. The only 4 that needs you to still do something about them are people who are either pregnancies, they are infants, they are babies, or they are in representation of people in the family who are no longer present that you have dedicated a position to. But if they are real people, if you get anybody like that, you need to feed them with 4 real people, no compromise. If you follow this rule, you will find that you are moving with leverage, you are moving with speed, you're not worried about selling 20 bottles, 50 bottles. You are worried about only your 3-pack. There's no renewal, there's no reactivation, there's no monthly plan, there's no monthly reorder. You just do your 3-pack, get your 4 real people, and get them to do the same. If somebody asks you, how many people do I need to earn 6 million? How many people do I need to pop? Just tell them you need to buy your own 3-pack and get 4 real people. Insist that your 4, make sure that their 4 are not fillers. Make sure they are real people. Build a solid foundation. If you compromise on the foundation, you have compromised the building. If you compromise on building a solid foundation with real people, the building is already compromised. Now, I've shown you how excitingly in 6 weeks you can make 6 million, and you can make it again and again and again, over and over and over. I want to show you how many times do we intend to make this, so that you can tell yourself, this is the number of times when I want to be represented. This is the number of times when I want my own team to show. Now, there's a very interesting concept in marketing, and I'd like us to just look at it very quickly. It talks about what you call the TAM. It talks about the TAM, the sum, and the SAM. The TAM is the total addressable market. That's the market of people who need your product, nationally. We can look at our total addressable market as global, but for the sake of this exercise, let's even streamline it to just Nigeria. How many people have high blood pressure? How many people have diabetes? How many people have arthritis? How many people experience one ailment or the other? The union of the set of these people, of what we can call our addressable market, we can safely say is about 100 million Nigerians who need 2 bottles per month. In a year, that's about 2.4 billion bottles. So we're not looking at naira value now or dollar value, we're looking at the bottle value. The total addressable market, which we will not be able to reach, is about 2.4 billion bottles. What is the serviceable available market? This is the portion of the market we can acquire based on our business model and our targets. The serviceable available market is the lower middle class to upper middle class. There are about 33 million Nigerians. This is like dividing 100 million by 3. This takes us about 800 million. It's the kind of value we know is our serviceable available market. Now, out of our market, what is the serviceable obtainable market? That's the one we can realistically capture. We are assuming that in the next 365 days, only 1% of that market. And this is a very, very low number. This is a very low target. We're saying if we are able to achieve 1% of that market, okay, that would be 8 million bottles. From the illustration of the power of 4, I've just shown you with 3 parts. If we're able to get 8 million bottles sold, guess what we will have done? We would have been able to have 1,953 pops. 1,953 pops will have happened by the time 8 million bottles are sold. This is about 7,182, 812 people will have popped on level 3, and some of them will have contributed 100K in multiple forms to the people in level 4. About 31,000 people will have popped on level 2, and there will be so much more happening as well. So based on the total addressable market, the serviceable available market, and the serviceable obtainable market of 1% of our SAM, of our serviceable available market of 8 million bottles, we can create 1,953 pops over the next 365 days. Ladies and gentlemen, we want to do this, okay? We want to do this. And I'd like us to please help me here. If you're in this room today, how many of those pops are yours? Okay, they say it is, when you want to say, my own shall be well, you call it by your name. You address it to yourself. So in the chat box, somebody help me and say, I just need 15. I just need 20. I just need 10 of that. I just need 30. I just need 1. Whatever number it is that you feel is an exciting number for you, these are the number of pops that we need to have. There's going to be pop and pop and pop. And guess what? The exciting thing about this is every time you leave the feeder, you move to level 1, you enter the feeder again. Every time you leave level 1, you leave the level 1, you enter the feeder again. Every time you leave level 2, you leave level 2 to level 3, you enter the feeder again. Every time you leave to level 4, you leave from level 3 to level 4, you enter the feeder again. Your feeder is always populated, and then you are climbing and climbing and climbing and climbing and climbing. I can see some very exciting numbers here. Some people want to pop 50 times. Some people want to pop once. Some people want to pop 30 times. Some people want to pop 36 times. Some people want to pop 4 times, 20 times. Someone said I just need 18 pops. Ladies and gentlemen, pops can be the end of the day. Remember, the whole concept behind the Helping Lives 2.0 initiative is we care, so we're helping charities. 2, we're contributing value to health. And 3, we're empowering people to earn extra income to be able to pursue their dreams as well. Ladies and gentlemen, whatever it is that is your goal or your dream, you can make happen via this channel. Somebody was asking me a very interesting question earlier today, and I'm going to answer that question shortly. And that question was, you know, is the 2 million is not value that comes to the person? What about the charity? What happens to the charity? The charity is not coming from your pocket. The charity is coming from the company's pocket. When you achieve your 10,000, 35,000, 100,000, and then your 1.3 million and your 700,000 towards travel, where you have achieved that, the company will now spend money out of its pocket on 3 charities. On those 3 charities, we're going to support 5 market women, we're going to support 5 malnourished children, and we're going to support 25 children within the schools to help them gain their foundations, their right foundations in their education. So ladies and gentlemen, this is value, value, value all around. Now, determine your starting point. Ladies and gentlemen, this weekend is a busy weekend for us. Anybody who has heard about this, who wants to be a part of this, we have a busy weekend. What needs to be happening this weekend is that you need to have your 4. Okay, if you don't have your 4, it means you will be somewhere here, you know, that will not be on the team of people who have their 4. Okay, so if you look at this place, people that have their 4 and their 4 have their 4, their 4 are in the first 4. Okay, they're in the first 14. Now, if you don't have your 4, it means there's no space for you here. If you have your 4 and their 4 have their 4, it means, you know, you will probably be in team 256. Okay, it means somebody just brought you in. Okay, if you have your 4, your 4 have their 4, your 4 have their 4, it means you can be in the first 4 teams. So where you will be here is a function to how deep your team already is. Determine your starting point by ensuring that you have a team. Ladies and gentlemen, don't have the names of children unborn. Don't have the name of when I get married and I get pregnant, then my first child and my second child and my third child. That's not the list you want. You want the list of your friends, people you know, people you see, who will get their bottles and get 4 friends as well, and they can line up here. Now, this team lists are already being filled. We are feeling this already. I've seen one of the teams, and I think the most exciting team currently is Team Flow. I've seen that Team Flow has almost filled. They filled their 4, they filled their 16, they filled their 64, and their 256 is almost filled already. People that have paid, it means when we go live, if you have your first 4 and they have their 4, you're already in level 1 3 times. If you have your 64, you're already in level 2 3 times. If you have your 256, you're already in level 3 3 times. Okay, it is not partiality. It's not because everybody is preferred. In fact, the company would like everybody to come in balanced so that everything is balanced from start. But we have this weekend to have those nitty-gritty conversations in our teams for Team Flow, Team Thrive, Go Crushers, Trailblazers. Organize yourself, have your meetings, ensure that your board is filled. The boards have 4, 16, 64, 256. If you fill it up, fantastic. If you fill 4, 16, 64, not bad. But the best thing you want to do for yourself is ensure that you have this field so that as a team, you are starting off with a big bang like that. Ladies and gentlemen, as soon as we launch, vouchers become available to everybody to begin to run their race and see how they go. But ladies and gentlemen, I want to encourage you, start this out well, have the conversation in your teams, okay? These teams are currently arranged in the order of their readiness. So Team Flow is ahead with over 200 positions, 250 positions. Team Thrive is next with over 150 positions. Team Go Crushers is next with over 70 positions, the last time I checked. And Team Trailblazers has about 40 or thereabout. Ladies and gentlemen, you want to organize your team, know the 4, who is the first 4, and the first 4 is not fixed. The first 4 is the person who has a 4, and their 4 have their 4, and their 4 have their 4. Your upline will have no choice but to promote you to be there, because if you are under somebody who doesn't have their 4, you will overtake them, and he will not pay them. So rather than overtake them, it pays you to be their upline so that you can also support them with your own downlines as well. Ladies and gentlemen, beginning is half done. So it will be important that we begin this and begin this right. Okay, I hope you get that. Now, so very quickly, I also want to make a point about pioneers. People have been asking, why should I be a pioneer? What's there for pioneers? I've said it over and over again that there are extra benefits available to pioneers. And let me say this, this is a great sacrifice, and I'm sure you understand that it's a great sacrifice when I explain it to you clearly. Pioneer 1 is the first position on the border. So many people are thinking CM is going to be our upline, CM is going to manage this. Yes, CM is going to be the upline, CM is going to drive, I'm going to support and drive, but the first position is not for my pocket, essentially. First position is Pioneer 1, Pioneer 2, Pioneer 3. When Pioneer 1 pops, every Pioneer 1 will share the income. When Pioneer 2 pops, every Pioneer 2 will share the income. When Pioneer 3 pops, every Pioneer 3 will share the income. As I speak to you today, there is no more space in Pioneer 1. Pioneer 1 position have been filled because they can only have 20 Pioneer 1s. As I speak to you, Pioneer 2 is likely to finish today because Pioneer 2 can only have 40 people in Pioneer 2. And Pioneer 3 can only have 80 people in Pioneer 3. So Pioneer 3 will finish very soon as well. Because we realize that these Pioneer positions will finish too quickly, we are also creating Pioneer 6. Okay, so this is just Pioneer 1, Pioneer 2, Pioneer 3. We're also creating Pioneer 6, which will be the same as like Pioneer 3, and will give you an opportunity to be able to earn from that as well. Pioneers are basically a 2x opportunity. It means whatever it is you're going in with, sometime along this journey, you will get almost 2 times your money back. So it's just an opportunity for you to technically have the bottles and still put an investment somewhere that can reap you almost double the value in time. Ladies and gentlemen, I want to encourage you to be a pioneer if you can. And if you're not a pioneer, it's fine. Be a regular member. There are benefits to get from there as well. Okay, so the idea is the pioneers will also get special recognitions in our meetings. The very first national meeting is going to happen in September 25 at our place. It's a small meeting for 500 people. We're going to be having a hangout together. We're going to have lunch, like a small dinner takeaway together. And we're going to celebrate the first set of people collecting checks from multiples of 100,000 naira. So people collecting checks of 100, 200, 300, 500, 1 million by September 25, which is just very, very, very first month. That will be our go live day. Our go live day will be September 25, not our full go live day. It means that people here who will be earning their first checks at that time. If you are here and you can see yourself earning your first check of a minimum of 100,000 by September 25, can you just write down your name, write down your username in that chat box so that people can feel your vibes, they can feel your energy, they can feel your ginger, and know that, yes, watch out for my username. Yes, I can see Fouché. Watch out for Fouché. She's going to break. It's going to happen. Someone says Miji Mills. Good. I can see the usernames coming in the order in which the millions or the hundreds of thousands are going to be dropping. So we're going to have this event. We're going to be inclusive. So we're going to go live with the events as well. We'll be live on Instagram. We'll be live on Zoom. I'm going to have people manage our projection to other space. But guess what? This meeting is strictly by invitation, and the registration form for this meeting will already open within the next 24 hours. So within the next 24 hours, people will be able to register to participate in those meetings, and you have a maximum of 2 guests. Maximum of 2 guests. Even if you're not in Lagos, you can register you can get your 2 guests to register and get somebody to come on your behalf if you are not in the city. But if you're not in the city, you want to be in the city, you can be there as well, because you are going to be earning in this event. So this event is where I'm going to launch out with Helping Lives. I'm going to just make a little noise to say now we're live, but people are going to be collecting their checks on that day. I can see some amazing usernames already showing up on the page. Let it be unto us according to our belief. Yes, congratulations everybody in advance. I want to say congratulations. Amazing things are going to happen for all of us in this season. It's going to be big. It's going to be huge. It's going to be exciting. Okay, it's going to be very, very exciting. So, ladies and gentlemen, I'd like to encourage you to plug in, organize your team, ensure that you know your 4, ensure that your 4 knows their 4. This is something everybody gets value. I'm saying this, I can't say this too much. Everybody gets immediate value. Nobody needs to sell anything. You only need to refer people to the company to go and make their opening with the company, and you will start any small amounts from the feeder. So from the feeder, people will earn $100 for everybody who joins them in the feeder, who comes through them in the feeder ultimately. But going forward from level, when you leave the feeder, you get back to the feeder again. You leave level 1, you get back to the feeder again. You leave level 2, you're back in the feeder again. You leave level 3, you're back in the feeder again. And then you can have multiple opportunities to earn and earn and earn. Now let me simulate for you exactly how this will run. So please join me and watch out for exactly how this will run. Okay, if you want us to use your name as the starting person on this table, you can go ahead and show me. Just give me your name and says, I am so and so, and I will go with that. But let me just show you one by one exactly how this plays. So this is the feeder. And remember, we're entering with 3 parks. Pretty Leo. Okay, good. So Pretty Leo is the name that we're going to use for this exercise. Now, this opportunity, I can see Cash Madam. I am Cash Madam. Cash Madam is in it to win it. In it to win it. Okay, so I see Pretty Leo is putting down as username with the other people as well. I am Cash Madam is the one that is taking the slot. So let's use I'm Cash Madam. So Cash Madam comes on board with a 3-pack. You can see the 3-pack are 3 bottles with which she comes on board. She comes on board 3 times. Now remember, the feeder has only 31 positions. I hope you remember that. The feeder is a 2x4 matrix. So it means it's 2 is 1, 2, 4, 8, 16. 1, 2, 4, 8, 16. 1, 2, 4, 8, 16. So I'm Cash Madam. Cash Madam decides to come in with 3-pack. How many people does Cash Madam need under her? How many downlines does Cash Madam need in order to have our next level taken care of? Okay, your guess is as good as mine. She needs 4 downlines, isn't it? So the first one joins under Cash Madam, the second one joins under Cash Madam, the third one joins under Cash Madam, and the fourth one joins under Cash Madam. You can see how they've joined. Cash Madam almost has the feeder filled. The feeder has only 16 positions more to fill. But guess what happens? Because everybody's coming in as 3-pack, guess what happens to Cash Madam? Our next generation of downlines come on board, and you have 1, you have 2, you have 3, you have 4, you have 5, you have 6, you have 7. By the time the 8 of them have joined like this, guess what happens? The 3rd position of Cash Madam is already filled. So this 3rd position is filled already and moves to level 1. Now, the 1st position has not moved, but the 2nd position is already filled and moves to level 1. Now, there's a very interesting magic in Helping Lives, and that interesting magic is once that 2nd position moves to level 1, it moves to level 1 as number 1. So the first one that gets there automatically changes to number 1, and it's not expecting number 2 and number 3 to come and form Voltron with it if they come on time. So everybody has a need to speed because we want to come on time. Now, Cash Madam says to our team members, all of you need to get your 4 around the same time. So she's triggering them and saying, do your sizzles, do your meetings, and then another one joins, and then they join, and then they join, and then they join. And by the time they clock and they fill the matrix, they are filled 3 matrices. Because the one that has 1 is now filled, the one that has 3 is now filled. They both go to level 1 and join Cash Madam there. If you understand what I've just explained, you get it. Just type in that checkbox, I get it. I get it. So let me know that you are getting it so that I can move on as well. Good. Now, if you look at this very well, more than the feeder has been filled. They've actually literally filled 3 feeders because I've shown you an extra level outside the feeder that's been filled because we are doing 3-pack. So what happens here is in level 1, immediately 3 of Cash Madam enter level 1. Okay, 3 of Cash Madam enter level 1 as Cash Madam star 1, Cash Madam star 2, Cash Madam star 3. Our people in the feeder are doing exactly what she did. Their 4 is getting their 4. If they get their sync correctly and they move according to that rhythm, guess what happens? Their own people also come as 3-pack, filling level 1 beyond just the 6 positions. Normally in level 1, there should be 7 positions. But because they filled those 4 positions and then they now fill the new level because they are all coming to level 1 as 3-pack, they push 3 of Cash Madam to level 2. So Cash Madam enters level 2 3 times. Are you following me? When Cash Madam enters level 2 3 times, she earns 10,000, 10,000, 10,000. It means she has earned 30,000. Okay? Put your hands together for Cash Madam. Now, as Cash Madam is earning 30,000, she's just warming up. She feels, okay, it's beginning to happen now. I'm now in level 2. I need to get out of here. And then our people who are in level 2 are also working in the feeder for their own 4 to bring their 4 so that their 3 can join them. And once their 3 join them, they also land, bam, bam, bam. 4 of them in level 2, but now they feel beyond level 2 because they've come with their 3-pack as well. They've come with their team. And then guess what happens? Cash Madam moves to level 3, and Cash Madam is now in level 3. How many times? 3 times. Cash Madam earns 35,000, 35,000, 35,000. That's 105,000 plus 30,000. That's 135,000, and she's in level 3 times. And while Cash Madam is level 3 times, our team members in level 2 are also planning to come into level 3 times. And when they come, you have the next one, bam, the next one, bam, the next one there, and the next one there. And guess what? Cash Madam moves to level 4 3 times. And then level 4, Cash Madam is there 3 times. And what happens when she's there 3 times? She earns 100,000, 100,000, 100,000. That is 300,000 plus 135,000. She now has 435,000. And she's sitting pretty in level 4. So by the time Cash Madam gets to level 4, she already has 435,000 naira in her pockets. And guess what? She settles down in that level and she's wondering what is going to happen next. Our people on level 3 also want to come in as 3-packs into level 4. Guess what happens? The first person comes on board. What do you think she will earn? Anybody? I want the correct answer. When the first 3-pack comes on board into level 4, she gets 1 of them, and then 2 is beyond her board. What do you think will happen to Cash Madam? How much will she earn? Dr. Fumi Aino says 100K. That's a very good answer. But guess what? She didn't get it correctly. Star 1 will earn 100K. Star 2 will earn 100K, 100K twice. Okay? Because Star 2 now has 2 extra positions that are filling under in other level as well. So she's positioned well. Maybe not immediately, actually. She earns the 100K. By the time the second one comes, Star 2 will earn 400K. Star 1 will earn 200K by this level. So already at this level, there's 600,000 naira in the hand of Cash Madam. She has not filled her matrix yet. She has not popped yet, but there's 600,000 naira in her hand. So her 400,000 and 35 before, she now has 1.035 million, and she has not even popped yet. Okay, she hasn't popped yet. And then she brings in the next person. When she brings in the next person, she earns 100K. She brings in the next person. Guess what happens at this point? She earns 100K, 100K, 200. She has another 100K, another 100K. And guess what? She's earning, by this time, you have Naira rain because you have lost count of where money is coming from. So let me reverse a bit. I think I missed something myself. Let's go back in time and look at this money rain again. Because once you get to level 4 and you're there 3 times, you're just sitting and then you're just waiting for a lot. And alert is chasing alert. Ladies and gentlemen, alert is pursuing alert. Let's simulate the game. She brings in her first person. Because that's the first person on the floor level of level 4, she earns 100,000. Our second account doesn't have their levels complete yet. So the second account probably waits a little bit for the second position to come in before she can earn. So in that next one that comes in, something happens. She earns 100K for star 1. She earns 100K, 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 300K for the ones at the lower level. When the last one for this one comes in, she earns 1 million. So at this point as well, she actually is going to be earning 100, 200, 300, 400, 500, 1 million. 1.5 million has happened here already. 1.5 million joins with 435. She has 1.935 million. Okay, 1.935. She earns again here. There's another 100K here. Okay, and then there is another 200 in waiting for that other position to be completed. As soon as the position is completed, she earns another. So you can have another 100, 200, 300, 400, 500 here, plus 700, 1.2. By this time, she has 3 travels. She has, 3.9 million. She has 405 million. The Naira really begins to reign. Ladies and gentlemen, if you are going to already be showing up in level 4 and earning value level 4 before this year is over and the dollar reign will begin to happen to you, can you just give us an emoticon in that chat box? Let's have an emoticon. Let's have some excitement in that chat box, an emoticon to show how your level will have changed at level 4. Good. I can see the Cash Madam is already flying planes and dancing. I can see Tinke, Christina F. Young on fire. I can see Sholadayo, with congratulations and dance. I can see Oluyemi Asiru dancing. I can see Dr. Fumi Aino, dancing. And I can see, is that just dancing? I'm seeing something else there that looks like yoga. It's going to be fun, ladies and gentlemen. The rain begins, and the rain begins early. So, ladies and gentlemen, 3-pack all the way. Build your team. Do not compromise. Do not compromise. Running. Awesome. Get your team on board. Get your team in gear. Get them positioned. Get them ready to run. This is going to be exciting. So, ladies and gentlemen, at this junction, I'm going to ask you to ask questions. The real key thing you want to do here is build a horse on fire and attach your business to it. This horse is an unstoppable horse. This horse is on fire. It means anywhere it rides, there's no barricade, there's no stopping this horse, there's nobody who is putting anything in the way. Anything that's on the way, that's not meant on the way, will get burnt. Now, if you attach your chariot to a horse like this, can you imagine what's going to happen? They're going to be flying fast and flying high. They're going to be moving and moving and moving and moving and moving big time. So, ladies and gentlemen, I want to say to you, tie your business to this fast horse. Helping Lives 2.0 is going to be a fast horse. Tie your Green Mondays business to it and watch your Green Mondays business fly. People are already joining Green Mondays on the account of, okay, how do I get access to that product? How do I get this? How do I get that? Somewhere along the journey, we're going to tie it together as well and create some very interesting access from Green Mondays for you to be able to have access. But guess what? This is going to have us Helping Lives. It has sufficient value on its own. It's going to create brand value for Reader. Reader is going to boom, essentially, with this, and people are going to earn phenomenal income. The good thing, I tell people, there are 2 ways to succeed. 1, find somebody who has been on the pathway before and follow them like a religion. Okay, find somebody who has gone the road before and follow them. Follow them. Check where their footsteps are stepping and step there. Follow like an idiot. That's one way to succeed. The other way to succeed is do it the first time, particularly if it's uncharted territory. Do it the first time. Do it afraid. Do it, learn, fail forward, come back, harvest the lessons, and then do it again. Okay? Learn the lessons, learn the process, then do it again. By the time you are doing the second time, you will have gained significant lessons from how to do it, how not to do it. You know the questions to ask, you know the things to do right, and then you will be able to do the right things. So, ladies and gentlemen, this is my admonition to you. Get on board this. This weekend is a packed weekend. I expect team members to be talking to each other, Zoom meetings to be lasting 2 hours, 3 hours, 4 hours, WhatsApp calls to be going on. People should be orchestrating and discussing because you want to have your 4 and you want to be positioned well with your 4. It doesn't matter where you're positioned when you start. Once we start, you can still overtake. You can still find your rhythm. You can still find your speed. But this weekend, let's endeavor to ensure that all the teams are able to fill their 4, their 16, their 64, and their 256. Okay, we don't want us to go beyond the 256. After lunch, you can continue with other positions. But your 8, your 16, your 64, your 256, allow them to take the floor now. And don't worry, this energy, the energy from driving this, will spill over into every other area of your business as well. Ladies and gentlemen, those are my thoughts for you this beautiful day. I hope this is clear enough to you and you have gained some tremendous value. Someone is asking a question already. I'm going to answer that question before we begin to now really ask our questions. Somebody is saying, is travel optional? Travel is not optional. Well, travel is optional and not optional. I'll explain. So what we're going to have is, we're going to have a stipulated time for travel so that all the people that pop within a particular range of time will go on that travel together. Anybody who doesn't want to go on the travel, at the time I mark for when the travel should happen, we'll have an option of cashing out and not traveling. So people who want to cash out their travel will need to wait until travel time to cash out their travel money, but they will have the option of cashing it out if they don't want to travel. But travel is going to be fun because travel is going to build momentum and energy for the next things we're going to be doing as well. Okay, can somebody who is already a regular member also do the pioneer level? You can upgrade now if the pioneer level is still available. If the pioneer level is still available, you can upgrade there. If the pioneer level has already been taken, then it means that it's taken. But if it's not taken, you can still take it and upgrade there. Many people are upgrading to Pioneer 2 now because it's available. Some people are upgrading to Pioneer 3 now because it's available as well. You essentially want to ensure that you're upgrading to what's available. Okay, can we accept someone who wants to buy just one bottle? Anybody who wants to buy just one bottle cannot join now until we launch. And anybody who wants to buy one bottle can be joining, can join, but they can join the team of people who have not seen the energy and the power drill that happens with the power of 4 when you have 3 bottles. My encouragement for people is, if you want to drive this fast and earn in 6 weeks, drive with the 3 bottles. Do not drive less except you cannot afford 7.5. But people that want to do 2.5 can do it after we have launched. They can do it within their teams. Because there are some teams that are going to be really driving their team and their energy on the 3-pack. Okay, so this is how much is Pioneer level. There are 3 Pioneer levels. There is 60,000, there is 30,000, and there's 15,000. Pioneer 1 is 6,000, it is filled. Pioneer 2 is 30,000, it is almost filling. Pioneer 3, level 3 is 15,000, it will soon get filled as well. What will happen when you pay and the position is filled is that you will be refunded. Okay, you will be refunded, or you'll be told to use your money for something else. Okay, so I've answered a few questions already. I can see a few hands up that want to ask their questions. Let me allow the questions to be asked. We'll put it as part of this recording. After I answer a few questions and it begins to get slow, I can now switch off the recording. So Kemi Alabi, please ask. QSK Mao will be next.
Yeah, good evening, CM. Good evening, everyone.
Yeah.
Yeah, sorry. I think maybe it was a mistake. I registered somebody and I didn't put a name, or I didn't put my name, like my username, Kem, on, I filled the form for her anyway. So now I'm seeing her name is not under me. So I don't know how that can be corrected or something.
So just fill it again. Fill it again.
Sir? Okay.
Fill it again.
Okay, sir.
The admins will look at it and then they will move it to the right person. Just fill it again.
All
and
right,
then
sir.
let your grand upline know as well if you are in Team Thrive or Team Flow or Gold Crushers. Good. So let's Gold Crushers head know, because the Gold Crushers leaders are supposed to be really arranging the teams now. So get them to know. Yeah. Thank you.
All right, sir. Thank you so much.
Well done. QSK Mao, you can unmute. You can unmute and ask a question. Bartholomew next. Oluwabukolami next. QSK Mao, please unmute and ask a question. While you are doing that, somebody asked, do you have to do your 4 for the Pioneer level? No, Pioneer level is just a personal preference. You can choose to be a pioneer person. If you have your 4, fantastic. It's better for you to have your 4, even if you're a regular member. Everybody should have their 4. It gives you a better position when you start if you have your 4. If you don't have your 4, no problem. It means when we start, you be at the feeder, and you can begin to build from there. That's okay as well. But I want to encourage people, you are going into this, you have an opportunity to have a head start. You have a leg up. You're like the child who finishes from school, and their parents have enough money to give you 10 million naira to start your business when you leave school. That's the leg up you have. You have an advantage to be able to plug in before it kicks off. So Dr. Folake, if you do pioneer, you don't have to do pioneer for your 4. You can do regular for your 4. That's fine. It's just saying, I want to have a separate level. I want to be like VIP in this thing, and I want to be able to earn almost twice the money back within the next few weeks or months as well. You're just saying, I have faith in this organization. I have faith in this project. I think the money will come out quickly, and I want to be among the first set of people to enjoy it. Bartholomew Ithoro, you can unmute Bartholomew Ithoro, and Oluwamukolami can get ready. Yeah, go ahead.
All right, good evening, sir, and everybody there. My question is, once someone pay and the person is not within your vicinity, how does the pickup looks like? Does it look like the normal reader whereby you can do your pickup at any point in time, irrespective of where your team members are? Maybe, for example, I'm in Lagos and I told someone in maybe Uyo or wherever. So the pickup now, once the person is interested, will the mail be sent to the nearest office location for pickup, sir?
Okay, so thank you very much for that question, Bartholomew Toro. What will happen now, what will happen at the moment is that there will be a pickup mail sent so that a person can pick a TP location or the office location in various places. That's what's going to happen at the moment. But we are working on something. We're working on something that is likely to be ready by October. Hopefully, we'll be ready by September, where we are doing, but it's ready on October, definitely. We're working on a system that allows you to do everything on an app. So you can order on an app, you can redeem on an app, you can redeem anytime you meet a Green Mondays member who is a merchant, they can be the place where you redeem. So in the meantime, the pickup mails will be happening like they're happening normally. Pickup mails have already been sent to people. Host has sent a message, for example, saying pickup mails are being sent at the moment. People can pick at different places. You want to check your emails to know what you have been sent to go and pick. So that's happening right now. But after now, we're making it even simpler so that I can just carry a phone with you and you can make your request at any time, do your payments directly, and then redeem it anytime you meet a distributor who has products. And you can redeem it anywhere across the country as well, because we'll now have many more places where you can get the product beyond just TP and stockists. There will be more people empowered to give you redemption. Okay, there's a notification in the box here. It says yesterday, a mail was sent to all registered members of Helping Lives. Please check your mailbox because the sheet has been shared with you. Check the sheet, confirm that your username is as it has been spelled, confirm your level. If you have your 4, under your 4 column, see if you have complete or not. And if not, you can reach out so that they can help you out as well. Okay, I hope this is clear to everyone. Oluwa Bukola Minopayemi, you can ask your question. Ako Akonde, wait your turn. It'll be up to you next. Yeah. Oluwa Bukola, go ahead.
Okay, good evening, sir. Thanks for the class. How does this benefit the people in diaspora?
Okay, awesome question. Awesome question. So what we're working on for diaspora is we're working on something very exciting for diaspora. So diaspora is going to be operating with 3 pack only. And depending on if you're in the US or the UK, we have different packages. So for example, the idea behind 7.5 is an amount of money that is easily disposable. 2.5 is even more easily disposable. But for people in diaspora, what we're going to do is, in order for them to get value, I hear that in the UK currently, 1 reader capsule is sold for £20. Okay, what we're going to do now is for £20 via Helping Lives, they will get 2 capsules for £20. So in the UK, if you want to join this, you need £20, and that will give you 2 capsules and a 3-pack entry. So your 3-pack entry will give you a 3-pack entry, and then you'll be able to earn that value divided by 820, so that I can have an idea of how much pounds you will earn as well. In the US, we're working with similar numbers. We're looking at what we'll do with $20. In Canada, we're also looking for similar numbers. We're looking at what we can do with, I think, about $30. So we're playing with these numbers in those ranges so that we have an idea of, okay, £20, $25, $30 or thereabouts. We'll perfect that with a few conversations with people in diaspora to know what are the current numbers they're getting things at. We want to make it better than what people are getting currently so that they can plug in with that as well. I hope this clarifies. You can give a comment if it's clear to you. Ako Akonde, you can unmute and ask your question. Someone says, most of my downlines just give me their money without their details, so I'll be using my mail for them. Is that okay? For sure, that's okay. You can collect for them and remit to them. That is very, very okay. Okay. Ako Akonde, Matthew, please go ahead and ask.
Good evening, sir.
Yes, sir.
This is Baba from OAU Lefe.
Baba Akonde, well done.
Pastor, where is Oliko? Send it. Where is Oliko?
Oliko is not in this meeting, but Oliko is very much in touch. Oliko is currently in the UK.
At OAU, Baba Rab, First Lady, this Baba Fajo and others, Galaxy. Why? I traveled so for some years. When I came back, I learned that you have neglected us. Why is that so? My same.
Nobody has neglected anybody. Baba Akonde, this is 2022. This is post-COVID. We moved a lot of things into having online meetings. Ola is no longer in the country. Ola is in the UK. So I'm sure it's not easy for him to be driving down to Ife as quickly as possible again. But it's good that you are here because once you are here and you are plugged in with information, you can lead the conversation in Ife. Okay, so I'm happy to have you here. Via the groups, you can always reach across to any of the admins. You can reach across to me. We are more than happy to support you. Okay?
All right. Thank you.
Well done. Nice having you here. Please send me a message on WhatsApp so that we can communicate again. Okay, so ladies and gentlemen, somebody says, is there anything else? Okay, good. I think everybody is clear on all the questions. In the absence of other questions, I'll still wait a little while if anybody thinks of something. But I think it's been fun today. If you are gingered and ready to go, you are ready to take the space, you are ready to be amongst the people who will get their checks in September 25. You are ready to be amongst people who will be in the list of first 4 and team of 16, team of 4, team of 16, team of 64. If you are ready, please give me ready in that chat box. I can see, I can see that Rita Nubia is already ready. I can see that whom is extra gingered. I can see ready. So just mix it. Ready, gingered. Let's express ourselves. And ladies and gentlemen, everybody can do this. Students can do this. Yesterday, I had the opportunity of meeting one of the people who did this as a student in 2016. He came back, from this opportunity, he was able to travel out for the first time. From this opportunity, he was able to relocate out of Nigeria. From this opportunity, he came back a few days ago, and I looked at him, and I looked at, he's been to France, he's been to Paris, he's been to Prague, he's been to a variety of places, and I remember when he was driving Helping Lives, and he popped then as a student. Students can do this, fresh graduates can do this, corpers can do this, okay? Market women can do this, mechanics can do this, tailors can do this, engineers can do this, accountants can do this, business people can do this, employees can do this, everybody can do this. And ladies and gentlemen, if you look at our total addressable market, if we do more than 8 million bottles, wahala, if we do more than 8 million bottles, imagine, and that's just 1%. Imagine the number of pops that can be created. 1,953, pick your number and let's go there. Thank you very much, everyone. Have a blessed night.